All right, everybody, we are live. It is Thursday night in Boston, Friday lunchtime in Australia, and
Yum,
welcome
yum,
back
yum.
to Minifandom. And joining me is one of the greatest Minifans, Tim in
Stop,
Canton.
stop. One
Tim,
of a minute.
well,
I am one of the Minifans. One of the
you are,
Minifans.
you are. How are you?
Excellent, my friend. How are you?
I'm,
You
I'm,
okay?
I'm really, I wanted to say really good, but that would have been a
Now,
fucking lie.
well, we have much to discuss, right? I'm worried about you, my friend. I am worried about you. I'm worried about your mental health, your physical health, um, and just want to see how you're doing tonight. How you coping?
Actually, everything apart from KMS is going great. So everything apart from
That's
like
good.
it's reverse. Like before, everything else was bad and KMS was good, except for the network being taken away. Now everything is great except KMS has gone away, and it sucks.
So, are you familiar with Howard Stern?
No, I'm not. I'm not Tim.
No, well, do you know the whole Baba Booey when he broke up with his girlfriend? His life was at a his personal.
Oh
Oh
no,
no, his work life was at a 9.
no,
His personal life
no.
was at a 2. That's you. Yeah, you're doing the Baba Booey. My personal life is at a 9. My work life is at a 9, but my relationship is at a 2. That's you. That's you. Hey,
I am.
can we do a couple things before we get into KMS?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Well, it's a free flowing format. This is the taking care of business segment. So
Oh, I like that. Now, I think this show is Minifandom.
correct.
All right, I can't keep. You have a million shows, and I
Well,
can
Men
never
is
keep track.
Live, I have a producer. Men is Live, I have a producer, and we take calls. So that's
Details,
really different to
details, semantics,
Minifandom.
semantics. Okay, but
Tiny CEO, I talk about the network.
you have like 5 different shows. You retweet them
Men is
all,
in the morning, I
and
do
then
in
you
the morning.
retweet the
They're all very
retweets.
quick.
I can't keep track, but I do watch them.
Men is
So
Masterclass is my cricket interview show.
that and you know that podcast that I really enjoy.
Of Fairground Fuck Ups.
Excellent podcast.
Yeah.
How's Charlie? Oh, I'm sorry. That was mean. How's the memory of Charlie?
Charlie's going great. Charlie's memory is great. I've got his ashes in the urn on the
Attaboy.
mantelpiece.
Well,
With
to commiserate,
Alice, the
I
dog.
lost my dog this summer, so
Oh,
you can.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you're not. But it happened, and
I am.
yeah, we move on. You know, he was a good boy, and it sucks. But yeah, that's one of the 3 things that happened this year that were not great. And can we do a
Anyway, so this is Minifandom. This is taking care of business. You said you had a few things you wanted to.
Can we do a land acknowledgement? I want to hear how you fakakta knuckleheads in Australia give your land acknowledgement before we do anything.
Okay, well, actually, just yeah. Let me just get one up because I do have one saved because I have to do it when I do cricket.
Don't you feel guilty enough? Can do your own.
I just want to get one up. I did script one once. Yeah, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land and pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging, and recognize the deep connection Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have to the country.
Have you ever met a Torres Straiter?
Maybe not, but
no.
Look,
do you know where Aborigines come from?
Like India, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So fucking stop.
I just did a podcast on it. Actually, you should listen to a new podcast I did called Unknowns. I'll send it to you. I did it for an organization in America that's funded by Bill Gates. So I'm working for the big guy.
God. Did you get an mRNA spike jab from listening to it? Because if so, I'm not listening. So all right, I'm going to do a land acknowledgement because I'm in Massachusetts. I'm in the Boston area, which is heavily Native American back when we came over and didn't take it but negotiated the land from the locals. So I just want to I want to say to all the Massapequa, Massachusetts, Nicknock, whatever the fuck they were. Thanks for the land, fellas. I'm having a great time.
And you know what? If KMS comes back, they've got to do this. When KMS comes back, they've got to do that before every show. I'd like Kirk to acknowledge the Native Americans.
Well,
but the thing is,
he has blood. He has Micmac blood.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, but in Australia, they do that welcome to country before every sporting event. Pretty much like every meeting now, like you'll go to a meeting with like 15 people and they'll do an acknowledgement of country. And I do not, I think it's beautiful to recognize that.
Really? To recognize that Indians came and took the land? No, and now you have to say, I'm sorry.
No, but it's beautiful to recognize.
They're Indian. They're
okay.
Indian.
But my point is, I just think we've gone a bit overboard. I think we've got a bit overboard.
Well, that was the DCB pod. Okay, sorry. We're off the rails.
So anyway, so what now? Next. You had some more stuff you wanted to get to?
No, I just wanted to hear you. I just want to hear your foolish land acknowledgement to make you feel better for nothing that matters. Nothing. So go on about your day. I like that. I told you earlier, the shirt looks good on you.
Show's over.
Yeah. Shirt looks good on you.
Thanks,
you kind of like this Euro look. It's a little tight, you lost a little weight. Yeah, it's looking good on you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're looking good too. How are you doing since the show ended? And answer the question. Sorry.
How am I doing since the show ended? I have no idea what anybody's talking about. The show has not ended. At 10 o'clock every day, I hit KMS every single day.
Yes.
At 10:15, I have a little snacky snack. And to me, the show is alive and well. So I'm going on about my day. It's just this is where we're at. Of course, I am not happy about the show ending, but I am happy for Kirk. And I will say this: I'm with John from Scranton, my boy. I love the way it ended. I love it. Love it. I know you kind of wanted more of a announcement. Right, you wanted a little bit of time. I'm a believer in rip the Band-Aid off, stab the person through the heart, just done. Fucking blow it up and move on. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Now I'm coping in different ways. I listen to the show every day. I have every episode on a hard drive, so I get my KMS fixed. I don't get my new KMS fixed.
Yeah. I'm not listening to old shows like you are yet. I'm not ready. It's still too painful. I'm listening to bits and pieces, but I'm not ready yet to accept that it's gone and just be sort of nostalgic and retrospective. So I haven't been able to do that.
What phase would you be in? Not denial.
Probably denial and anger. And
I think you're in the anger, but I think you're
like, for example, you said you're happy for Kirk. Mick said he's happy for Kirk. I'm not happy for Kirk at all. I'm not happy for Kirk at all.
Hey, he wants to focus on what he feels he wants to focus on, and he has always said the show will be what he feels the show would be. And I mean, that's it. That's why I like when he came in that day and he said, "Lights off."
Yeah, I don't believe him. It's a lie. It's coming back. Well, and when you like, one thing KMS taught me is Kirk doesn't know what's good for him. So
and you do?
Like, no, but I'm not saying I do, but certainly like he doesn't know what's good for him. So
am I mistaken? Did you want to speak to his psychiatrist?
Yes, because I'm going to murder him. Because do
you think you might need to speak to a psychiatrist for wanting to speak to his psychiatrist?
No, his psychiatrist told him to give up the show, so he's on my hit list. Justin.
Is it going to aggravate you that I have been in constant contact and with
the
Kirk
psychiatrist?
With Kirk and get a better understanding of what's going on? Would that annoy you?
Not really. I mean, it doesn't annoy me.
It's not true. I mean, it's absolutely not true.
Kirk and I have a pretty free-flowing back and forth
dialogue,
but I'm being too upset to even hit him up. Like, I'm just too upset to say anything. Oh, I hope the case is going well. That would be so fake. Like, I hope it's not going well.
So you're not listening to old KMS. You listen to bits and pieces. What do you? I missed the show, but what do you miss the most? What is it about the show that you miss the most? Is it just that it's there for you almost every day?
It was just the best podcast in history.
100%
didn't need to end, but I mean, I think I said this when it ended.
But don't you think the most creative guy that we've encountered in our lifetime probably has a better feel for when it should and shouldn't end than me or you do?
No, absolutely not. Because the show's produced terribly. Like the thing. If Kirk had ever like taken the show seriously, it'd still be going. It'd be thriving. And look, I'm all for evolution. Like I said, hey, once a week might be the way to go now with everything that's going on.
But he doesn't want. But he does. But he said
that's. I don't care.
Okay. But he has said once. I know once a week is doing the show, and he doesn't want to do the show. I mean, so you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, at least you.
I don't believe him.
That's different. But at least you admit you're being irrational. He doesn't.
I believe right now he doesn't want to do. I believe right now he doesn't want to do the show because whatever, like he's not feeling like it. But I think in 2 weeks he could feel completely different, like, and long for it.
Well, so can anybody. I think you have to take a person at their word. I mean, he said he's done. That's it.
Why do you have to take a person at their word?
Okay. All right. So this is where we're at.
So everyone keeps talking about the museum. What are you doing?
Menace, you're gonna love this. All right.
Yeah.
So I've got. Oh, where's my my latest? Okay, I'm gonna reveal this on whatever show we're on, the Live to Minifandom show. Right.
Tim's penis, everybody.
Yeah. You won't be able to even see it. It's too cold here. It's like 14 degrees out. It's fucking cold.
It's summer here.
Yeah, I do know that.
80 degrees today.
Do you know what this is?
Is that his stool?
Good guess.
Is that from his running track or something?
No.
What is it? I mean, it looks like grass. Is it grass?
It is. It's grass. So that is a piece of grass from a shot he took at the October Kirk vs. Riggs, and I have to think
it's a divot. It's called a divot.
A divot, yeah, it's a divot. But sometimes people think divots are bad, but it's a divot. And I got to thank Kevin from Bristol and Mama Kay because they ran up and grabbed it for me. You okay?
Yeah,
and
spilled some water.
I preserved it, so that's an actual divot from the golf match that I put in epoxy. So yes, I am insane. And
yeah, love it.
You okay there?
Yeah, I just spilled some water. But
so this is okay. This is one more piece to the museum.
With my way trying to end.
So it's going to be a traveling museum.
Yep.
Huh? The museum is coming along. Yep. I am collecting more and more artifacts as we go. People have reached out. I've got donated a shirt from one of the shows. Yeah. I've got the scorecard from the golf match as well as some bracelets. Cliff has said online that he's willing to donate. I'm not keeping any of this stuff. It belongs to other people, but it will be on display. Cliff has a card, one of the upper deck cards that Kirk wrote the back of, and I have a few artifacts that will be in Laconia at the show.
Excellent.
So these will be displayed. They're not for people to touch or molest, as we say, but they will be there to view. And I am hoping and I'm working on getting some more artifacts that will be on display at the Laconia show. Nice.
Montanti's got a pair of Julie's underwear that he'd like to donate. She was part of the show.
Oh no, it's not even that. It's I will definitely take those, but like this, maybe it would be nice if it's in epoxy.
Okay, yeah.
So that's on, what is it, March 7th, which you don't know if you're going to be there or you're going to be there, but you don't want to be part of the top 50 selection committee. The museum right now is in my garage, and for certain people, they can come by and they can view the items on a private viewing basis.
Obviously, I'll get a tour if I come.
100%. And I will also say the museum might not be in Laconia because that is the beginning of states for wrestling. And my son is a wrestler. And his team, there's definitely going to be a couple kids that will go to states. So if they do, I'll be at states. So
and you won't be in Laconia.
Okay. I'll be there that night. But if they're in states, if his team or his during won't be there.
Yeah, right.
Just so you know.
Well, yeah, and look, I said this before KMS ended, and sorry, when KMS ended, there were Minifans before KMS,
on,
and there were
the wine.
Okay, classy guy. Tim's doing really well. Tim's doing great.
Yeah, but I'm coping well.
Yeah. He's drinking like red wine from a cask. He's got a divot in epoxy
from a bag.
He's listening to the show. He's listening to the show at 10 a.m. every day. It's like no,
and
fine.
And at night I have a pillow speaker, and I sometimes listen to the show at night and put it on my pillow. But I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I was just going to say there were Minifans before KMS, and there'll be Minifans after KMS. You know, if it's not around for a while, it doesn't mean the Minifans just go away.
Oh, hell no. I still talk to a bunch of Minifans. I think that people will go back and listen to the show. They're in, I think there's a Reddit, right? Isn't there a Reddit, KMS Reddit? Well, there's a Reddit.
I'm not on Reddit. Reddit's even too toxic for me.
Yeah, I'm not on the Reddit. And on Twitter, I saw you tweet the other day that the Twitter sucks now that there's no KMS, but it is still there.
No, that's the world. Like the living sucks without KMS. That wasn't a Twitter thing.
What'd you say?
I said living sucks. Living sucks.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Okay, just ladies and gentlemen,
full kind of guy. So
hold on, Tim. Tim. We'll bring somebody in. Chris Klemmer, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, boys. Hello, Tim.
Hey. Hi, Chris. How are you, buddy?
Chris, thanks for jumping on. We're just talking about how, the world sucks now that KMS has ended. Yeah. Tim, continue. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Tim. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chris. You're the guest. Go ahead. Good to see you.
No, you're a guest too. No, I was just gonna say, it's weird not having it in the mornings. Like I usually listen. So what I would do is on my way to work or when I was at
10 o'clock is very early for you. That's like 6 a.m. for most people.
True. Or work at work, like the first half hour, whatever, to listen to it, and then I would listen to the rest of the show at night. And it was just kind of like my routine, and it was. I'm sure like you guys, we've all. I know you guys have been listening since day one, so it's something we've had around for 6 years now, and not to have it is weird. It's also weird. On Twitter, I feel like there's an emptiness too. You used to like the show account or whatever, and it's just weird not having it.
I think the Twitter presence to me is the bigger. It seems like a bigger impact because, like I was telling Menace, I listen to old shows. I do anyway, but I'm listening to old shows. I'm doing my routine, which is at 10 o'clock. I play an old show. I put it on my TV or I put it on my headset, and I'm listening to it.
How do you choose the old show, by the way?
Right. So I'm trying to. I was doing random up until the announcement, and now I'm trying to do the date as close to the actual day, so it doesn't matter the year, right? So today I'm looking for something December 11th or thereabouts, right? Depending on where it fell.
Wow.
And it could be any year. Yeah. See how I'm crazy, but this keeps me sane. So I get what you're saying, Chris. That routine, the new information, I hear something that's going on. I think, I'd love to hear Kirk's take on this. And then I'd love to hear him rip apart Dave for his take on the same thing. But it's not there. So I'm just listening to old shows, and I'm just kind of trying to, that's my way of keeping it in my world. But like Chris said, you get a routine. And so I'm sticking to my routine. So I've got 6 years of shows. So 6 years from now, I'll be dead. So what's it matter?
I think the date thing makes sense. Because then if people are talking about the holidays upcoming, or if you're in the summer break, or there is this kind of a fluctuation of the year where I don't know, it might feel more recent just because it's the same time for your period. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. And I think about other things that went away, and like you said, Menace, the fans never went away. The fans aren't going away. That doesn't matter. We're always going to do. We're going to get to the few announcements that I have, Menace, about what I'm planning to do, but the fans will always be there. And Kirk has said, "Hey, the show's gone, but I'm going to do things that are KMS related. They're going to be more event oriented." That golf outing, I never thought I'd have a great time at a golf outing. I've been to the U.S. Open. I've been to, I don't even know the name of the thing in Colorado. Chris, you might know. It's like
I'm not a golf guy.
Scoring system. Yeah, it's like, I forget the scoring. I've been to both and was like, whatever. That day of golf was a freaking blast. There was so many people there. It was just great to watch. The interaction was awesome. And I think, like, okay, if that's the type of things that are going to happen going forward, the show never dies. That'll be a blast.
Laconia is going to be a big deal. That's in March.
Oh, Laconia is going to be nuts.
Up until March, there's going to be like a life. Like, there's going to be, because we're all going to be excited for the show or planning on, the show. And I know, Kirk obviously plans the hell out of the live show, so he's going to be working on it too. So I imagine that up until March, at least, there's going to be like the show's gone, I guess, but it's not like dead. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think that what he has called a finale is going to be amazing. I think it's just absolutely amazing. And when did the Beatles break up? You probably know, Chris.
70, right?
70, yeah.
People still talk about the Beatles to this day.
True.
To me, it's the same
Tom
thing.
Shattuck and Billboard chart guy in particular.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So these things will carry on, but we're still in our different phases of not having the show. Like, I was a couple of years old when the Beatles broke up, so I can't imagine what it's like for people who were so fanatical about that group to hear them say, "Yeah, we're done. That's it. We're done," and how they must have reacted. And this is the same for me, but I also am very excited that it will continue on. And the Beatles didn't say, "We're going to give you something going forward." Kirk actually said, "I'm going to give you something going forward. It's just not going to be the show as we know it. It's a new iteration of the show, and it's more live events." And for some of us that are local, it'll be able to. It's easier to stalk them and catch them at Stop and Shops or or seeing that guy who looks like his dad. Some of us can go and get that interaction. So
you're gonna be in that dumpster by the studio, just like waiting. Oh. Sorry, Tim. I don't want to give anything away.
Don't give it.
I reckon there's a better than
50%. There's already been some drive-bys, so to speak.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a very clean dumpster. I will say, I come from a long line of dumpster divers. It's a very clean dumpster. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
There is a better than 50% chance at Laconia. Kirk says show's coming back.
I don't think I wouldn't say. You think it's better than 50%?
Yeah, how do you get better than 50%?
Wow,
yeah, Chris, you know why? Because he doesn't take him at his word. Kirk said the show's over.
It's not.
And Menace keeps saying, "We'll come back for an hour a week or once a week," and he said, "No, the show is the show. I'm either back or I'm not back." And now where do you get your 50%? Is that just wishful thinking?
I just think he's going to see the crowd. He's going to miss it, and I'm going to also be there, that's
a prediction. But you're saying
pointing at him, saying, "Bring the show back, or you're a dead man."
No, but I could see I can see him doing something.
John Wilkes Booth.
I know. Charles Guiteau.
He's right.
Maybe I don't know, didn't he say he'd maybe do something like in Saco, down there, like you said, kind of more live events? Maybe that would be the next thing. But if he says, especially if he has
the opposite, he's doing the opposite of the Beatles. They stopped touring and just did studio stuff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the Beatles,
and he's still touring.
The Beatles, as great as they were, they said that's it, nothing more from any of us, and they went quiet for a long time. Kirk has said, "No more show as you know it, but there will be KMS." Which is freaking amazing to me. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Chris, what was the reaction like at Barstool to the show ending? So I imagine, let's go through the people who are on the shit list who are dancing on Kirk's grave.
I don't really interact with those. I mean, remember, I'm in New York.
Okay, but just name names.
I mean, I'll tell you, the reaction was people were kind of disappointed or surprised, or either people don't listen to the show, but still like think about all the guys that in the basketball team, like even guys like Hubs doesn't listen to every episode of KMS, but he was like, why is Kirk not doing the show? Like he was just curious. Like honestly, like everyone in New York likes Kirk. That's in every day that I either likes Kirk or has no opinion on Kirk. I mean, it wasn't hard.
All right. I'm with Meadows on that
like,
one.
Okay, like
maybe they're not sharing with you, Chris, but
maybe they're
no
not.
Way.
Like, but then why would like the 12 guys from New York all drive all the way to Connecticut 3 different times? If
not talking about them. I'm with Meadows on that.
Well, who else is there? Like
I don't know.
To go to the show. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the only person at Boston I would pay attention to. Other than that, so I don't know. But there's no way. There's nobody at Boston, New York, who doesn't have a negative opinion about the show ending.
I just don't know.
Happy about
it. Go through the list. Go through the roster of like who. Think about like.
I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Anyone that's been in New York, I think, has either been on the show, has played in the basketball game. Like I don't know. I don't even know.
Is Nate in New York or is he in
Nate's
Chicago?
in New York.
Okay, he was.
I mean, Nate's been on KMS before.
Okay,
so like,
I don't
know
any of the girls. Like, I don't even know the names, but they all hated Kirk.
Gio went to the basketball game. Keys went on this show.
I know. Apart from Keys is a friend of the show.
I said if Gio went to the game.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, I did hear Big Cat had a cocktail party to celebrate in Chicago.
I did not hear that. I'm also not in the Chicago office, so I can't speak. Yeah. Just can't speak to that. But I can speak to the people. I mean, I work like Fights and Kevin. Yeah. Like those guys love Kirk. Like there really isn't this. Now, when I got to Barstool in 2022, different story. There were people there that didn't like Kirk.
Yeah.
That's real. People were like. People just didn't understand, get the joke, get the show, get the joke, get him, understand it. And as time has gone on, whether it be the dozen, surviving, the basketball games, or just like time elapsing, like people then like got it. But when I first got there, Tim, like what you're saying, that was more the case.
What about the comparison between KFC Radio and Kirk Show? They both ended in the same week. One announced. You know, how I mean, are people, what's the reaction been comparing them?
I don't think there really hasn't been a ton of like comparison. I mean, KFC Radio tapes in New York and people are just a lot closer to Kevin and Fights than they are to Kirk. So like, I mean, it's not like when Kirk announced he wasn't doing the show anymore. Blindsided me, blindsided everyone. Everyone was talking about The Office. Now, like people are asking like, oh, what's going on with Unnamed? And I'm like, I don't know. I thought there'd be an episode today. I found out last night, whatever they said they weren't doing. Yeah. I'm like,
any rumors? Is that show over?
I don't think it's over. I don't think so. But I literally know nothing. I don't want to sound like Colonel Klink here, but I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Chris. Like KFC Radio and Kirk. I don't think people see them in the same realm.
I mean, people see Fights every day. It's literally a show that tapes in that office that everyone has been on. So that's going to have more of an impact. Plus, that show still, I know it's going to get canceled, but it's still taping until the end of the year. So it doesn't really feel like that show's 100% over yet. I know it's going to end, but they're still like they tape, like Kevin is in the office today, I think taping. So like that will like feel more differently probably next year.
Yeah, just on like two things. Firstly, how much of a joke does the Barstool office think Mutt is? Like, obviously they don't take him seriously.
I love the way
how much of a joke do they think he is?
I think so. Like, there's a few different like Mutt camps. Like one Mutt camp is the Pick Central, and like we all like. I think that whole crew like kind of gets the Mutt experience. He comes on our show every week. He's been on like multiple times, sometimes in a week. So like those guys all kind of understand Mutt at this point. I think you have another group of people that just don't really. Mutt came to the office once in October, and they saw him. And they just think he's just like another a weird older guy that's in like Massachusetts that people like ask me about. Like, what is Mutt? I'm like, oh, Mutt's the best, and I'll talk about Mutt, and they just kind of like blank stares in their face. So it's either like just like another person that works remote that they don't really understand or know, or it's like, oh, it's mud, the Pick Central, like they get mud, like we get mud.
Yeah.
So that's
I think he's a joke, and he's boring. He's terribly boring. And look, speaking of
boring,
stop it. I don't agree.
Defend mud. I love mud. So
we're not going to make it a mud show, but I disagree. Chris, your hair looks excellent. By the way,
can I just
thank you?
Speaking, buddy.
It does look good.
Great is on the side.
Nah, not bad, not bad. You get it's a little gray on the other side.
I have it, right?
Yeah,
even that's bad, right?
I gotta say,
I just turned 46.
Stop! You
Happy
complaining.
birthday!
Thank you. But isn't that
anyway?
Every day's a gift. Every day's a gift.
Gross. So gross.
Anyway, speaking,
you could take pride in. Take pride in it. Looks good, buddy.
Anyway, speaking of boring, here's
at least you and I have it. Poor Menace doesn't have it.
That's true.
Look who's here. Look who came here after his podcast.
Menace, let me see your hair. Let me put your head down. Let me see.
Yeah,
everything about just shaving it?
No, I'm going to get my hair shaved today. I get it.
What do you mean you go? How do you like bald, like down to the?
Yeah, like half, like a tiny little bit.
Right.
Anyway,
you're going to
Tom Shattuck. Tom Shattuck, everybody.
Everybody here is so thin except for me. I do not like this here, and I've tried to prop this computer up so it have a less fat angle. It is effing brutal. Speaking of boring,
there's no less fat angles with you, Tom.
Working on that intro, manners.
I tried to get it in a few times.
Hi, Tom.
I know.
Tom hot off his own Thursday night free Burn Barrel podcast, which I had to miss tonight so I could get ready for Menace. Sorry, Tom. Okay. I'm usually there.
Yeah, and yesterday was free too because we messed up. Alice forgot what day it is. We're too busy to do podcasts. We should.
Well, I would like my my Patreon prorated, please. Since it was free for everybody.
It should have been disabled. Oddly enough,
like 26 cents.
Hey, Klemmer, when you were up here, where did you live in New Hampshire?
I lived in Newmarket.
Okay.
So I lived in Portsmouth and then Newmarket. Menners and I had dinner in Portsmouth. Very nice time.
Yes, and I still love the New Hampshire cast. Such a great podcast. You know, Minifans, if you
are like, my God, nobody loves your former partner, Chris. More
I know. I love Ethan too.
Yeah, well, not as much as
Menace. I know. You're right.
I'm kind of over Ethan.
I wish I had an admirer like that.
I'm like a jilted lover. He never met me to allow me to give him a hand job when I was over.
You're coming to Boston in March, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, can you make this happen? Can they just finally conjoin?
Oh, maybe. That might have to happen.
I mean, New Hampshire's not that far away, man.
I'm going to the Laconia show too, so I'll be in that area. So
why don't you bring Ethan?
Let me know, Menace, when you're going to be there, and I'll try to make something.
Or is there any way you could kind of arrange a meet where those two could like go to one of the covered bridges in New Hampshire and?
I'm not going to leave Ethan alone with Menace.
I
don't want any sort of allegations or abuse to happen, so I'll be a chaperone for that.
Klemmer, just before we wrap this up with Mutt, just one question: what percentage chance on Mutt do you give him for getting another contract?
I'd say really good, and here's why: A, I love him, but that has nothing to do with it. But B,
you know rules, by the way. I asked you for a percentage chance.
Yeah. Well, I'll say very high, and like well over like.
Still not a percentage chance.
Okay, well let me fucking finish.
Okay, go on.
Such a fucking troll. He's like 95-ish would be my guess, and here's why. I'll break it down. He loves horse racing. Dave doesn't reach out to many people on content about anything. The fact that he texts Mutt at all, like for the rest of us, is insane. Dave doesn't text any of us ever. He's texting Mutt about horse racing. In fact, the more I talk about it, I'm just going to say 100%. Like, unless Mutt does something so vile and horrible that would get him canned, I don't see any way because like he's
maligning chicken fry.
I know
you can't say.
I don't know.
I guess
I'll say
all Mutt has to say is she sucks and he's out.
There's actually a gag order from the top.
What's that?
There's a gag order from the top.
All right, we done with Barstool talk.
I tweeted something. Mutt tweeted something. No one said a word to us.
Brave. Okay. Rosa Parks of Barstool. Man, are we done with
No, you can't do that, Tim. You can't say there's gonna be people gonna get fired no matter what. I say we did something.
I love this. I love this.
Doesn't work that way.
I love this.
Doesn't work that way.
I love you. All right. Can we stop talking about Barstool Menace?
Yes,
please?
Tim, what would you like to talk
about? KMS. It's not the fucking Barstool, Minifandom, whatever you call it.
You said good question. When I asked Chris.
It was, but then you're
Chris
fucking going down this road about Mutt getting re-signed and all this other Barstool bullshit.
Mutt was on KMA.
I know you might want a job there, but Jesus.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
Is there Barstool, Sydney, Chris?
Okay,
is there
Vamos?
We've
got Tim and Canton.
Although Tim, like going back to the Beatles analogies, if Barstool is Wings, that's where Kirk Paul is now. So like you can't really. That's the only place you're going to see him is with some kind of, other than Laconia, with some kind of Barstool platform. So that's
Chris on the Project Big Screen, which I'm an avid listener to.
I have a blast doing that show. It's super fun.
Yeah. So Chris, you mentioned you're going to be in Laconia. Have you been asked to be part of the show?
Kirk asked me if I was going to the show. I said absolutely.
Interesting.
And that was the last. That was it. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, have all of you? Let me ask you, because I know that I'm not going to be asked, but have you? Any of you guys been contacted?
Yeah, and let's all not do a Montante and talk about it.
Well, no, I understand. Okay, so that's silent. I get it.
I have not. No, I have absolutely not. No,
let's not talk
about it. I have the museum to worry about.
I have been sworn to secrecy.
There you go.
Can I just say something though that I think that when you talked about not wanting to talk about Barstool anyway, but like the core supporters who knew him before Barstool or even knew him before EEI, I'm worried that those people will, after Laconia, unless there's some kind of content that is, it can't be equivalent, but can be adjacent, I guess, to KMS. I'm afraid that people will disband. Kind of like
it's starting. It's starting already. I mean, I'm getting messages
of course,
from people.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to happen. Some people will fall off that were listeners to the show, but maybe not like totally invested in the show. It's for sure that's going to happen. But there's always, Tom. I don't know if you were, if you heard us early on, but much like the Beatles, there's still Beatles fans. And it continues to be new Beatle fans, and people are going to find the podcast. But yeah, there's going to be a drop off. I mean, if it's not daily content, I mean that's Chris's world, right? It's daily content. It's how many views, how many download.
You always want to be working on something creative. If he's doing things like The Case, if he's doing a name show, if he's doing even to us extent like Project Big Screen or whatever, he's got if he does. Down the road, like a season of Surviving, like he was doing the dozen, like he's gonna, I think, stay pretty involved and pretty out there, like
Yeah, so but like Tom was saying about KMS specifically, 100% things are going to drop off. How would they not?
Yeah,
right?
Well, and also I think that there are people have listened since when did they start? 2019, 2018, and then before that, there's the first few years. I think that. It was so tight and so deep cut and so inside joke in all the references were going back to Jerry references and that I think there's an understanding that's kind of excludes subsequent fans who met him through Barstool, etc. So it's like go back to the Beatles again. It's like these people all knew the Beatles from the Cavern Club or whatever, and now the rest of the world knows them. But like. That core
deep cut by Shattuck right there.
But that core, I think that there's like if somebody to ask you, Chris, like tell me what's the story about the Kirk Minahan show? How do you describe it?
Yeah, but so like I had people. So I think you're actually like dead wrong, Tom. Honestly, I think there's a lot of people that came to the show after Surviving, or just as like time went on. And yeah, the first couple weeks, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's all inside jokes. It's like when I first discovered Howard Stern show, I'm like, I didn't get it. Or even when I first jumped on when it was Kirk and Callahan show, I didn't know who Chris Curtis was. And after a couple weeks, you kind of figure it out. Yeah, are you going to get every joke? Yeah, maybe not. But like you can figure it out. And then eventually, after 3, 4, 5 months, you know every joke. So like, I know for a fact, a lot of people found this show either by him going to the dozen or him going on Surviving, and like didn't listen since COVID. They listened way after. So I think like
Chris, I'm gonna
entry point as people say,
and I'm gonna disagree with your disagreement of Shattuck in that we think it's a totally inside jokes, and there are a million inside references and jokes, but you could listen to any KMS show and it will be topical and relevant any given day.
Yeah.
So he always talked about what was culturally evident at that time. So yeah, you might not know about certain things about Curtatone or whatever, but you would know about who Joe Curtatone is, maybe especially for Boston, or shit that was happening nationally, like during the BLM riots, right? So the Ellie Schnitt thing, totally agree that what happened with Ellie Schnitt and my daddy and all that, that's inside. But the burning down police stations, that's not inside. That was that was relevant. That was at that date and time. So I think you could take any episode, go back and listen. This will get to Men as one of my announcements. And it's going to be time relevant to either that day, that week, that month, whatever it might be. And yes, there are a million inside things like Steve, my good man, all that stuff. Steve killing.
Right. Okay, so can we just get one announcement, Tim, because people are logging off because of Shattuck. So before we lose everybody,
come on.
Can we have give us one announcement?
So I don't know if it was Chris or it was Tom that had mentioned, there's a lot of inside stuff. And as you guys know, I've been keeping notes for quite a while and I have quite a few notebooks full. And with the show now not in production, I will say, I'm taking my time to take all those notes and they will be on a website. So be able to reference every show with context. A lot of it is linear, like who was on, what was said, but I have quotes. I have links to who these people were. I mean, all of us have forgotten about a million people that were hot for a week, a day, a month, whatever it was. But I am to be posting all of that online for everybody to partake of. And the only thing that will not be there is I will not be posting actual shows, but there will be show notes for every single show that KMS did, which is over 1,000 shows.
And do you need help with that? Do you need website builders? Do you need any? Because there's so many tools now.
I do
to get this stuff done.
Thanks for asking. I'm a little bit overwhelmed because I know tech, but I don't know web that great. And I have the info, and it's a matter of how do I post it? What format do I put it in? That's where it gets. I've tried this 3 times, and it gets bogged down. But now with no daily KMS. I've refocused my energy on this and a few other things. So
you should do, Tim? You should go into those old episodes that Justin is putting up there and put a link to that specific, tie it to your notes. So if I'm listening to an episode in whatever
100%.
November of 2019, I can then go right to the link and click on the notes with that. It's almost like
I totally agree. I have all the shows on a hard drive, on 2 hard drives actually. That's not for me to post. So I'm glad that I know Kirk wasn't thrilled about Justin doing that, but I'm glad he did because to your point, Chris, I can link to that and say, here's the show reference. It's their IP, not mine. Yeah.
I like,
that's coming.
Whenever I do a rewatch Sopranos, I try to find a new, someone who did live, recaps, and I'll go back and it's just fun to see somebody else's take from something I'm listening to in kind of real time. So I like that you have that. I would easily check that out.
Ultimately, and I know Tom will appreciate it. Chris, I think you were old enough to remember this. And in Australia, they kind of caught me, so they probably didn't have this. I would love to have some sort of pop-up video type of thing around a show. I loved pop-up videos.
Me too.
Loved it. Loved it. Just, I don't know why it went away.
Do you think that you could make, with 60 seconds of show content, a 30-minute podcast around those 60 seconds of Kirk's show? All the most talented people in the world. So there's probably 40 people.
Absolutely, but it depends, I think, on the host. Yes, the Sopranos, Sharippa and Chris, what's his name? Michael Imperioli. Thumbs down. Those are great podcasts. I mean, I love that behind the scenes shit. Like, I didn't know Christopher Walken's wife was the casting director.
Yeah,
that shit's it's so interesting. And who lived with who.
Well,
So yes, Tom, I would love something like that where I would gladly give that information to whomever would take the time to do the homework to say this is what was happening, and here's the people that may have been involved or even on the periphery. I think that would be phenomenal. And that's how the show lives.
I'd like to do a re-listen podcast when it's really over, when not this fake goodbye, but when it actually ends for real. And
when would that be for you? When are you going to
say goodbye? Good question.
I think Kirk's got a few years left in him. Do like a proper re-listen, like every episode.
October 30th, 2030. I mean,
and do a reaction show to every re-listen. So, like Office Ladies, it'd be like KMS Ladies.
When the show first started, 2 weeks in, and Steve went away on his honeymoon
for 5 weeks.
Not
4, but 5.
No, actually, this might be before that or right afterwards. But anyway, this is when Mike was saying and getting emotional that his grandmother had cancer.
Mima.
Right, Mima.
She has breast cancer.
Right. It was a sad moment during the show. And Kirk started channeling her voice. And Steve said, "You monster!" And he meant it because Kirk was being so inhumane. I think you would need 20 seconds of that audio and you could make 30 minutes of analysis around that.
Yeah. A deep dive into a dissection of each episode. Totally agree. And those episodes, by the way, they were 3 hours long.
Yeah.
During COVID,
way back when
they would last forever.
There were a couple that were almost 4 hours. Does anybody remember? This is one of my favorite calls. There was a caller one time who called into Kirk when he used to take daily calls. This poor schmuck was working at his sister-in-law's, redoing the backyard while the rest of the entire family, the dad, the sister, they were in New Hampshire on vacation, and this poor motherfucker took a break from digging up the backyard to call into Kirk. It was one of the wildest calls I've ever heard. And the way that Kirk handled it, and just, we all know his brilliance, right? The ability to just roll with it and find the humor in it. To me, that still stands out as like, if you're given an award for excellence, to me, that was it. I mean, this was such a strange story, and the way he spun that, Tom, to your point, you could spend one podcast just talking about that call. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's a million of those.
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking. Remember the I have breast cancer lady? Like that call, like that.
Yes.
You could do hours on that.
I don't want to say if one of us may have gotten that phone number and called it, but it did exist, and somebody did.
So Klemmer, the show's over. You've been struggling to fill your mornings, but apart from that, like, the show changed your life. Like, you were on a totally different path. Kirk plucked you from obscurity because I rallied for you on Minifandom. I mean, you've come back to the show that begged for you to be a regular cast member. So
thank you, man. Thank you.
But you must sort of have different feelings about the show ending. Some kind of sadness, nostalgia. Take us into the heart of Chris Klemmer.
It's bizarre. I mean, the whole thing is bizarre. Going from being a fan of his for years, from 2016 to 2019, whether EI or on Barstool, and then you get to go on the show is alone just bizarre and crazy and so cool. And then to have it change your entire life, whether it be where you live, your career, your whole existence changes because of Kirk and that show. Like everything, my whole existence changed. And so when that went off, when the show went off, I was like, wow, that show, no form of media, nothing ever will affect me as much as that show changed me. And I'm so thankful for that show. I'm so thankful for Kirk and so thankful for everything about it, whether it be being unemployed and sad. It like a lot of us in 2020 during the COVID, we had nothing else. He would go and do shows every day when no one was doing shows. Whether it be being sad about my divorce before that and listening to him and listening to enough about me and discovering Kirk for the first time, or whether it be getting a job at Barstool because of him. Like, it's incredible.
You may have the wildest story arc, Chris. It's wild. I mean,
it's crazy.
From Monkey Boy to
Monkey Boy. Yeah,
that was like
to
25
Friday
years ago. Think about where
Friday Mainstay to Vilified.
Vilified, I'm always going to defend myself in that one. Vilified erroneously. I should never have been vilified. I did nothing wrong. I tell Kirk that too every time when I used to
I'll never forget saying you scurry out from backstage at the Wilbur.
I think that was
shattered.
That was
completely shattered. And how bad do you feel now? Billboard Chart Guy and Kirk are great friends, hanging out, chatting all the time. And you will never have that with Kirk.
I get to do a movie show every week with him, so there you go. I'll take it. It's all right. Maybe he'll go see a movie again with me one day.
Maybe. Tom, welcome to the show. Thanks for jumping on. So I know you're living in 2020 when you talk about the show, but how do you feel now? Like, what were your thoughts when the show ended? How will you remember it? Do you think it's over? Thoughts on Kirk? Just give me the Shattuck take.
Well, I did also
succinctly.
Just like you, Menners. I didn't believe it was really going to happen because it's never not been on since it's been on. So I thought the average is that no, he's going to come back and do it. But no, I feel that you have an experience that thousands of people enjoyed together. That's extraordinary. That's just crazy and incredibly, like we said, hard to explain. And then suddenly, and everybody's just kind of roaming free now, and it's very odd. It was part of my life, like it was part of your life. I also was like more giddy and silly about it because he'd talk about his school friends, and I went to school with some of those kids. So my son is asking me for milk, and I'm like, he's talking about a kid I went to school with. Don't you understand? I was like, it didn't bring out the best in me, but I was like I thought it was just fucking fantastic. He had that show right at the beginning where this is back when Mike used to say names backwards. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Backwards. Yeah, that was his talent.
Where Mike suddenly was good at doing the voice of little Alex, whatever his name was.
Alex
Jones.
Alex Jones, excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah. Was it Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. There was the betting guy on Odyssey who sounded like him. And so and I was driving through New Hampshire, like up near Exeter, and I had to fucking pull over, and it was in total pain of laughing at how goddamn funny that was. And I thought, this is turned into a medical event now,
That's a great way to describe it. Medical event.
I thought that at its best, it was the best thing out there. It was just because you never knew. And he's a guy who's like, obviously he's had addiction issues or whatever. But he's a guy who's addicted to just widening the world, widening the adventure. He never stops. It would be hell to be his producer because he never stops. It's never over. It's never like, okay, that was Laconia, guys. Let's rest on our laurels. No, the universe is exploding more and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Never stops in any way. It gets more insane. And he's testing his own intellectual abilities every time he's on. And I thought it was, and he's also a good producer. He's his own good producer for bringing in all these characters, bringing in Klemmer, and just all these, most of them, even the bad ones are good.
Why did you say it like that? Bringing in Klemmer.
He was one of the first ones. He was one of the first ones. Chris was one of the first ones.
Yeah. Well said, Tom. Well said.
So there was well said, and I love the medical event. Think about this. All four of us have been in studio. We've all. I know Chris used to listen to Stern, and so did Tom.
Oh yeah.
Million writers, right? Kirk walks in, looks at a piece of paper, and says, "We ready?" Fucking amazing. I am so grateful that I have lived in a time where I have had Larry Bird, Roger Clemens, Manny Ramirez, Tom Brady, Howard Stern, Kirk Minahan. I tell my kids, you have no idea the glory days that I have lived through. And I am so happy that I've seen that. And I don't care. I hope something does come along. But for me, I've hit the apex. That's it. I'm so happy.
Tim, how did you know, listening to EI, what was the moment that struck you as this guy being special?
Well, it was, I'm not going to be a liar. Like some people will say, oh, I listened to Kirk on Saturday. You didn't listen to Kirk on Saturdays. You heard Kirk on Saturdays, and you may or may not have known, right? I became aware of Kirk when he was doing the Sports Flash. It was when he would fight with Dino, or call Dino out and shit. I'm like, oh man, this guy's entertaining as hell. And my favorite segment to this day of any show, even on that terrible EEI show with Greg Hill, I love News of the Day. I love that. I love that segment. You got me. I don't care if you're a 90-year-old person on AM radio. You got me on News of the Day. Kirk would do News of the Day like nobody else. And that's when I would make sure I took my shower at that time. So it was on my speaker while I'm listening to it, and maybe doing something else that Menace does over his girlfriend. But I'm just saying I would listen to it. So yeah, for me, that it was when he would do the news or the highlights. That's what caught me, because at first I think he started out right as Sports Flash guy, right? Wasn't it Sports Flash? Yeah. And then eventually worked his way into the studio, and then became full time. But yeah, I would say it was when they would do the news, and he'd have his commentary was so fucking great, because it was so different from John and Jerry, who mostly agreed with each other, which I liked. I did like what they had to say, but he brought a different viewpoint to things, and he would also say to them, "What are you guys talking about? You're wrong. That's stupid," or "Why are you laughing?" So yeah, for me,
I love
headlines. Like called headlines.
Nita Perel.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Menace. Thank you.
Nita Perel was great.
Thank you, William.
With Dennis and Callahan, but he never pushed them. Like, he was great in his role, but he was never one to push them. Where Kirk going on, and first time I heard him and Jerry is when I was like, oh shit, like this guy's pushing back on Jerry, which no one did really.
Right. No, not only that, Kirk didn't use a fake voice like John Mita Perel.
I liked Mita.
I do too, but come on, he doesn't stop.
Yeah,
John Mita Perel does not talk like that in everyday life. And I'm going to let my dog shit on Tommy, what's his name's lawn, and not pick it up. Oh, that's not my dog. It's my girlfriend's. Please. I do like Mita though. He's entertaining. But you're right. Kirk was very, very genuine. And I do think that Jerry was genuine at the time.
Yeah.
Tom,
John was strong. I agree. Yeah. I think.
Right? Tom, question.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, Tom, yes or no? Do you think the show will be back?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. So it's 50-50 split. And which is, I think, the Minifan community is about.
Congratulations, Meadows. You have Shattuck on your side.
Well,
you're doing great.
Well, you two hate each other.
No, I don't hate Shattuck at all.
That is not true. That is not true.
What about Chris? What about your friends Carano? He tweeted out this long tweet about the week I made my debut on the Kirk Minahan show was one of the best weeks of my life. First of all, I never would have been in studio without Steve's support. And he goes on and on and on, pages and pages. I could read it out, but we've all got lives to live. Quite the emotional guy, Matt. Have you been in touch with him since the show ended and eulogized together?
I have. Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Big news, huh? Yeah, I did. There you go,
boy.
I did talk to Carano, and we were just saying how much we just love doing the show. Yeah, it was. He's doing good.
Good, great to hear.
Love Carano on the show. I thought he was great.
He's such a weird guy. He's so fucking weird. I mean, that tweet alone is that's fucking him. It's just weird, right? Overly dramatic, but genuine. A good guy. Yep. But he's one of one. Like, I've never
very helpful. I've reached out to Matt a couple of times, and he will always be a positive in my book. He was so helpful with me, with some tech stuff. But I will say, Matt, if you're listening, I was a little put off when we came in. I think it was the time me and Steve from Providence came in. He wouldn't shake hands because of COVID. He did the fist pump, and I was like, "Oh, come on,
liberal fuck." He's a great.
No, not even that. I think it's not even that. I think he was just very skeptical about it.
He's a legitimate kind of genius. Karana to be able to write those songs.
He's a
Chris,
good guy. He's a good
Chris,
guy.
because I'm a great host, I just got your message that you can only stay for 15 minutes. You've been here much longer. Do you need to go?
I do have to. I just got home. I have to make dinner. Just saw another bad movie. So there you go.
Well, make dinner. It's 9 o'clock at night. New Yorkers are crazy.
Go home, make dinner. I don't really think like 2 or 3.
Klemmer, what are you going to make? What do thin people eat?
Shut up. Just, Tommy.
So you say I'm thin. I gained 25 pounds this year.
Really?
Yeah. Right.
Nice.
What do you I'm very proud of myself.
That's why your hair looks good.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to make
nutrients
and white rice. Is that good?
I had steak for dinner last night.
Was it good?
Fantastic.
Yeah, you like
well, it's Australian steak, so it's probably like overregulated. It's got a million biotics in it.
So Chris, I'll let you go. But now that I'm, KMS is over, Project Big Screen is all we're getting of Kirk. I'm really zeroed in. And so what I'm finding so far is it's harder to criticize the producers because they're competent. Like you look at the social media videos that Gooch is making, they're like he's spending time doing graphics, camera switching. Like it's like
a good job.
Wow, like
and Jeff helps too. Like those guys both do a really good job.
Yeah. So the show's really well produced, and Jeff thinks about if I'm going to put the reviews at the front so people can come and listen to them whenever, and like it's weird. So it's not like KMS where everything's a shit show and you can just like take your pick what to criticize. But I will say I want Project Big Screen. Like there's not enough of your personalities coming through. It's too give you take, move on, give you take, move on. Give you take, move on.
Wants a job at Boston.
So no, I'm not saying.
I'm
not saying
he didn't.
So bad.
I remember I got the job, and someone like that week later, someone's like, "Menace, would you want a job?" He's like, "No, I wouldn't take one."
No, but here's everything you should do.
It's like, all right, watch.
And I'll be a consultant.
He also said I was going to last like 3 months there. I'm on.
For sure. He's kissing your ass and Shattuck's ass, and trust me, you could go back and find the audio of him just trashing you guys.
Trashing. What's he gonna do there? How's he gonna fit in? Been there 4 years, motherfucker.
I was very supportive. I think you're rewriting history.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I think there is tape of you saying I wouldn't last. I remember hearing.
Okay,
it.
But it's not the only.
And I remember thinking right now on the show, fuck you. I was right. You were wrong.
Okay.
Chris, have you ever been in a teaching capacity? Have you been a teacher in your life?
No.
So I found some of your Barstool stuff highlighting parts of the city to be awesome. I
love history. I love telling stories. Like that's fun. That's my favorite subject.
Tom's just got a unique brain. That's
Chris, you dropped in the Taft assassin earlier. I think.
Well, it wasn't Taft. It was Garfield. And to be fair, I just saw that
Garfield, one of the greatest presidents ever. One of the greatest. Cut short.
Very good.
Yep.
Anyway, so Chris, thanks for jumping on. Go and cook your dinner. Is there anything you want to get out about the show?
See you, Chris.
Or Kirk or anything?
I'm having a hard time, I guess, finding a daily show. I have a couple other podcasts I listen to that aren't daily, like BO Boys. I really like. I like this podcast called 1988 Tops. Talks about a different baseball player from the 80s, but it's that comes out weekly or twice a month.
So Chris, might I suggest one thing? I have a 1989 uncut tops sheet, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
that's very good.
Second thing is there is a nightly podcast that goes from Sunday to Thursday that's very entertaining. And you can view. Oh, you can listen live or listen later. For those who don't pay, it's called the Burn Power Pod. It's politics without the bluster.
Merch.
Yeah, I find it a very good show.
I've listened to Burn Barrel. They do a very good job. I'm not a big. I don't like to listen to politics
trust me, it ain't all politics.
No,
my favorite is when Tom and Alice are having a back and forth argument that has nothing to do with politics. Those are my favorite.
And it's on air.
Yeah. There was an Alice Klemmer collab, as a matter of fact.
That's right. She was on at a theater near me.
Yes.
But there is no KMS substitute, and I'm sorry for the youngins. I hope there is never another KMS. That's ours. That's ours to go to the grave with. I hope after we're gone, there's something that's different. But there is nothing that compares. Nothing. So people are like, what are you listening to? I'm like, history podcasts.
So that's what I've gone to. The rest is history. We have ways of making you talk.
That's a good. I like these ways. Yeah.
Some other
what
stuff.
Is the rest is history? What is that?
The rest is history. Just won Apple Podcast of the Year. It's fantastic, and they just did 2 episodes on the Beatles.
Awesome.
With Conan O'Brien was the guest co-host. So probably a good place to start.
Just think about
check that out. Like it's even like doing the dishes or doing laundry or taking my dog out for a walk. I just throw a podcast on, and not having Kirk to kind of like end my nights is like I'm sure all you guys like are lost. I don't know what to do.
But there is no like. People have reached out and they say, "What are you listening to? What you find anything?" I'm like, "No, there's nothing like KMS." So I listen to everything but, except if it's old episodes. I don't even want a show that tries to be KMS. Now, the other thing I'll say, and I'm psyched to see Mix post, Beyond Average Pod is going to be posted. I always like that show.
That show.
It's not KMS.
and they're nice, and they're usually like pretty short. So you can throw it on, like it's perfect, like doing the laundry.
Love that pod. It
times out perfectly. I'll say one more thing before I leave. One thing that's like affected, I guess, like professionally for me is that Kirk is so good at like stirring the drink. So like where his show, you have Wake Up Barstool, but before Wake Up Barstool, Kirk's was the first show that would air on Barstool in the mornings. So sometimes he would say something that would then catapult into something else the rest of the day for the rest of us. Kind of like what he would do on Kirk and Callahan, where he would say shit about whatever it was, Glenn Ordway or Michael Hawley or whatever, and it would trickle down to the rest of the day. And like that just helps anybody make content if you have something to react to that someone said. So not having Kirk in the mornings does make everybody's job like a little bit harder, because like it's just more challenging to have to we have to come up with our own content as opposed to just being
very honest. Chris is very honest. It's very honest. See, in the corporate world, we call that cascading.
I missed the show professionally, but I'd be lying if I didn't miss it more just personally. I just like listening to the show at night. I'm sure like you guys. But thanks, guys.
Well, as I said, just replace it with something different. Don't go. Nothing will replace it. So that's why.
No, like a comedy, daily. No. I need like a history. I need something like way different. All right, later, boys.
Thanks, Chris. Bye bye.
So, Menace, I know we're going a little long, so. Do you mind if I just talk about 2 other things that
we've got plenty of time? There's no time limit. I've got listener questions. I've got more topics.
I'm doing a rewatch of Ray Donovan, so I kind of want to get back to that at some point.
I need at least another 15 minutes.
Have you ever watched that show, by the way?
I have not.
I didn't love it.
Good show. I don't fucking get why people can't do the Boston accent. I just don't get it. James Wood. I love James Wood. He shocked me the most with the terrible Boston accent.
No, really?
Yeah.
Rhode Island. Come on.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was saying to my son, I go, this guy's from Rhode Island. Anyway, I don't get it.
Okay, before you get to your announcement,
yes, sir. 2 announcements.
Tim, 2 announcements we'll get to, Protease, and then we'll do listener questions. I've got a couple of topics, but one thing that made me laugh, Shattuck, you were on Billboard Chart Guy's show. And it was really good. One of the best episodes.
He's good. Billboard Chart Guy is very good.
But at one point, you just named like, these are the top 5 bands. Like everybody would just agree with you. You were like, these are like the top 5 bands.
Oh, yeah.
And Billboard Chart Guy is too nice to go, what are you on about? It just made me laugh. Like very much Tom Shattuck to just think, I'm a white guy from wherever, and these would be the top 5 bands that everybody agreed on.
Well, I think of it like at a certain age that you're going to say the Beatles, the Stones, the Who, Zeppelin. There's essentially
no. There were people who will go, "What the fuck are the Who?" There were people who will be going, like, they're just not definitive top 5.
Right. No. So if somebody's huge into Kings of Leon and don't know who are, I can't do anything. Like I stopped learning.
Okay, that's a bad example.
And it's Kings of Leon.
Well, then what's a good example? Like who should
I'm just saying, like even from that era you're talking about, there are bands you could argue.
Menace, can I chime in real quick?
It just made me laugh. It was charming. That's all.
Can I
Your
chime in?
stupidity is charming. Yeah, go on.
Thank you.
So, Tom is definitely a tortured songwriter who has very specific opinions about certain music and songs. And so he's taking it from a different viewpoint than I think you and I do. I'm with you. You like what you like, and I'm with you. There are people who have no idea who the Who is, which to me is crazy, but it is true.
Yeah, but it's not forgivable, man. I know who. We all know who Chuck Berry is.
Nope. See, that is your erudite, arrogant viewpoint. I wrote songs so everybody knows who Chuck Berry is. No, they don't. Yeah. They have no fucking clue. Half my friends don't know who Chuck Berry is.
They should have a clue. Why? Chuck Berry, he's not from my day either. Either were the Beatles or the Stones or really the Who.
So what?
They should learn if they want.
Why? They're not in fucking school. They turn on the radio and they listen to music and they like a song. That's it. End of story. Okay, I have to know where it came. I have to know the origin. I have to know the origin story of where the bass riff came from. Fuck you. You fucking music people think you're so much smarter than everybody else. You people drive me crazy. You can't go to a show and enjoy it. You have to tell me about the riff and the
mixed up with like the high fidelity record store Nazis who know everything about
records. That is true. Yeah.
Or the old people who worked at video stores who knew everything about like every indie
people
film.
Like to eat the hot sausage off the street behind Fenway in the Green Monster. They don't need to know where the ingredients came from or how they're made. And people like you have to tell everybody, this is Chuck Berry did it first. Great for Chuck fucking Berry. Moving on. Who was he?
He asked me what the best bands are, or my favorite bands are. If you're gonna have a
two different things.
If you're gonna have a marathon, it has to be based on several criteria, and so I had to get those out there, including number of hits and originality and vocal, all sorts of things. I am not lazy to this, so it is.
All right, I'll give you credit there. You have your own criteria.
You know what I think is bullshit, actually, Menners, and you should be more bullshit about. Is that fucking Men at Work was sued and lost for Down Under.
The only thing I'll say is I want to get to Tim's announcements, but just check out Billboard Chart Guy show. It drops on a Monday. He's had maybe 35 different Minifans on now talking about music. It's on the audio feed. It's non-video, so you have to go and find the Minifan Network audio feed. It's on every podcast app. I do tend to try and release them on the website, but it drops first on the audio feed. So go and subscribe. It is a podcast, perfect for when you're just driving in the car.
Michael Montante should have been shot in the head by him for the moronic things that he said.
I've heard Nurse Kim's husband wants to shoot Montante in the head as well.
So. And speaking of Montante and Billboard Chart Guy, if you remember bringing it back to KMS, when Montante was producing one time, and Billboard Chart Guy called in, and he said, "Bill, you're up," and it was Billboard Chart Guy, and he said, "That actually is my name," or something like that. So it always comes back to KMS.
All right, 2 announcements, Tim. Then we've got listener questions.
One is more immediate. So I'm announcing now, along with my friends Blind Mike's daddy and Ryan Suit, we are launching the KMS Cope line. And yes, that's K with a Cope with a K. Listeners will be able to call in. We're hoping to go live a little bit. Jesus, man, you have emphysema?
Okay, I muted the microphone.
Yeah, you getting that blue dust, Blue Sky Mine? My favorite band.
Keep going.
Rubbish.
So it's going to be hopefully live. It depends on, we have kind of busy schedules, but we're hoping that we can have like a Sunday show where people can call in and cope with No More KMS. We're also going to be taking, we're also, we'll have voicemails that we're going to compile and release. So if you call it, just be aware it will be published. So no death threats. Everything else I think is okay.
So what are the parameters of the spirit of the messages? Do they all have to be coping messages? Can they be any observation about the world or the show?
Yeah, whatever you want to say. It's coping with KMS. Coping with loss, right? Coping
Great idea. Love it. Fantastic idea. Do you need any help with it?
Oh, thank you. I will take you up on that. And I'm not looking to edit on it other than getting rid of dead air. That's it. You say it, it's going out there. I don't give a fuck what's on there. Again, unless you threaten to kill somebody.
Okay.
Unless they're an enemy of the show. Second announcement. I've been working on this for years, easily 4 years. And I'm announcing here, there will be a summertime Kirk Minahan show reality tour, a la Tom, the Kramer, Jerry Seinfeld reality tour, the Kramer reality tour. We are going to visit places like Papagino's and Woburn.
Oh, no, Stoneham.
We're gonna Woburn, where him and Nolan like to have pizza.
I mean, Tom, come on.
I'm sure you're
trying to correct him in. You're trying to correct him in Canton. I mean,
Stoneham
this is bad. This is bad.
The Dunkin' Donuts that Kirk worked at when he was like 14, 15 years old. Sumac Drive or Road up in Billerica. There's probably going to be, I think it was 5 to 8 locations that we're going to visit. It'll be a private bus, limited seating, more details to come, but that is going to happen this summer.
Oh my goodness, that sounds effing incredible.
That's and it's going to be a disaster, which I am going to take total pleasure in seeing this completely blow up when we try to pull it off, but it will happen.
And are you going to start the tour? Are you going to start the tour by going vamoose to the bus driver?
No, that's how it ends. It's not about me though, man. It's not about me. We will be going. Nicely done.
Well, what if you get a leg? What if you get a leg cramp during the tour?
Spasm.
Do you stop?
Spasm.
Spasm.
Not a cramp.
What do you do?
Spasm.
What do you do? What do you do then?
You got to get off.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And we'll leave you if you do get a spasm on the Kirk Minahan show reality tour. You have to get off.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop by the studio.
We're
going to stop by the pizza place in Waltham, and the guys are going to kill me for not remembering the Carver's place. We're going to go by there. Then we're going to head a little north up into Kirk's domain. We're going to see the trail that he ran on, and he took a shit and wiped it with his sock that I may or may not have. We're going to go by the Vincent Owen Junior High School.
Is that an epoxy too?
No, I'm not gonna say, but it's hermetically sealed.
I don't want to make enemies here, but VO was the elementary school. It was the McCall Junior High School. Remember?
I'm sorry. You're right. You are right.
Well, I was from the poor side of town. I was from the town.
Tom, accuracy is key. So that will be happening. Seats will be limited. Proceeds will go to, I don't know, Micmac Indians of Nova Scotia, whatever it is.
Will there be not that the Minifans would care about this at all, but will there be a BYOB option on the bus?
It is the only option.
That sounds fantastic.
In Femena's BYO. What do you call it? Do you call it dope, a pot, a weed?
Yeah, weed. Whatever.
I don't know what you people do. There you go. Yep, there you go. BYOV, bring your own vape. Don't do it around me.
Love it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that'll be a good time. It's going to be legendary.
All right, so I want to get to some, because we've got a lot of listener questions. So let's just do these because I know you guys want to go. Tom, unless you have to go, or do you have time?
No, go ahead.
I need. Great. Okay.
He's only got 20 mile commute tomorrow, but
I'm free and clear. I'll be watching actually the Rest is History thing after this with the Beatles.
Great, fantastic. It's a podcast. Question, and I'll give it to both of you, but Tim, you can start. D. Thomas Howe, Tim's top 3 liked and disliked Minifans. Your top 3.
Oh shit! I don't. It's easy. I have nobody I dislike. People may think I hate Mayo. I don't hate Mayo.
Yeah.
I fucking hate his takes. And in fact, Mayo can release the DMs. He DM'd me. And all I met is, you will probably host this. I said, you need to put this on a stream because I want people to see how much you frustrate me. He is Mayo to the core. No,
so he's most frustrating. Oh. Okay, and then so if you don't want to dislike, who are 3 that you want to just signal out as 3 that sort of tickle your fancy? I know you don't want to be locked down to a top 3.
You mean Twitter follows or people
just in generally just 3 that who make you giggle, and then Tom.
I'll stick to Twitter because there are Minifans that I've become friends with that I think are great people. So account, I'm going to say, what is it? Montante's aborted baby. Great follow.
Everyone.
Great follow. See, I'm laughing now. Believe it or not, Tony Bass, he and I do not agree politically, but I like Tony and I like his takes.
Cass, yeah.
Tony Cass, excuse me, Tony Cass. I like his takes, and I think he's a guy that gets overlooked when it comes to giving a different viewpoint. And well, I mean, Mikey Grabbags is great. Don the Jewel is great. I hated Ted Sarandis, just like his radio show. He was great. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Now departed Ted Sarandis. What about you, Tom? Name some of your favorites.
I love Mayo, man.
And dislikes.
Mayo's fucking worst.
I love him. He's got so much to say. He's positive all the time. I think he's fantastic. I never get
positive.
I love him. Oh no,
Kirk, you need to go to HR. You shouldn't talk about anyway.
Well, using him of absconding with the pizza money early on, I love his attitude.
Kirk fired.
So, do we call Polar a Minifan or no?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's a brilliant guy. I love him. I like that he's getting fat, and in that he's he's a progressive and his feelings are heard. I like that. I think he's a genius guy. There's not too many I don't. Let me tell you, I'm not even going to say who I don't like, but I'll say the worst part of every show that I've ever heard was when Rico Bosco called in. That's the worst part of every show. And it called again and again and again at somebody else. And again, I'm like, oh, and then they would all pretend to laugh. Oh, that sucks. So I'm combining all the Minifans I hate into Rico Bosco. He sucked.
Yeah, I agree. Just on Greg Polar, so he sent me this photo. He sent it to a few Minifans. So that's him.
Clip those
doing
nails,
way
Greg. 81. How many? What's 81 kilograms, Menace? How many pounds is that?
Okay, I'll convert it. 81.
Is that like 200?
It's 180 pounds.
And he needs to get to what?
I can't remember. You're the historian. I think it was around this. Wasn't it under 200? Well under 200?
Yeah, it was definitely in it. That's pretty good.
I don't love that he sent pictures of his feet to another man at all. At all.
That toenail on the left needs to be clipped.
I'm
a big fan of Polar too. I like him. I think he's
very funny. He's been part of some great shows.
All right. When you put together, you've got like essentially two like kind of intellectual comedy writers together, and it's a different animal.
Except you can hear one and you can't hear the other.
You could, the last couple of shows, you could hear Greg.
Yes. Yeah. I think Greg's
all right. Bill Leach has asked if we think the show will be coming back. Yes, we do. Me and Tom do. Klemmer and Tim and Canton don't.
Kirk said it's not. That's it.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. Do you believe what you hear all the time? Like if a Democrat tells you something, do you believe them?
Never.
Exactly. So
he's going to see us taking his name and trying to represent him, and it's going to piss him off to the point where he's like, just give me the fucking thing back, you moron.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, is that the play? That's the play.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, you'll piss him off so much. He'll say, I'm coming back because I hate Shattuck. And Dean McLaren. Is it McLaren?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coconut Pete has posed the question that now that the show's over, everything's going to sort of die, and he would be surprised if Laconia even sells out. I actually think the opposite. I think Laconia will sell out because people will think that's it.
Agreed.
So I think it'll be the hottest ticket in town.
I think they're gone in that, what is it, January? I forget the date, but the date they go on sale, they're done. I agree.
I think it's largely because there's a brotherhood involved in the fandom that want to hang out again.
Yeah.
You know, I've only been to one show, and that was effing fantastic, hanging out with everybody. There's definitely, you know, when I was that one in Portland, seeing all those KMS like hoodies in waves go across the street in different businesses here and there. It was a peaceful takeover of a town. It was
crazy.
It was great.
Yeah.
Freaking great.
I think it's going to be wild.
Yeah. Okay, good. Gilly, I miss Kirk's sense of humor. What to do now? Gilly, I've got no answers for you unless you guys have got something for this guy who's clearly suffering. Better help.
To clowns? I don't know.
We listened to the first episodes. Remember, who was the guy who was on the first week who used to ask Belichick the questions?
Bill, William Bendison.
Yes.
William Bendison, where'd the beat? Yep.
And it sounded like, remember, Turtle Boy was on like the first 2 weeks. So it sounded, as far as we knew, they were both going to be regulars.
Yeah.
Uncle
William
Curmudgeon.
Bendison, notoriously late for a show he was supposed to be on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in person. Yeah.
Hey, what percentage do you say that Blind Mike improves each show?
That's a dumb question. Okay, Uncle Curmudgeon.
What percentage? Do you think he does it 0, or does he do 5%? Or
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Show. Mike's contribution to each
it's
show.
Like you said before, I was thinking about it. You said before you could do like an hour reacting to 30 seconds of the podcast. Like, anyway, go. What do you mean about Mike improving? Mike improved a lot in the first few months, but then
he improves performance. He improves each show. He laughs. He creates a funny.
Oh, you mean how much better each KMS episode is with Blind Mike?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think he shared more about him and his life earlier on, and the earlier episodes, and shared less, but got funnier with his comments as the show went on.
Yeah.
Because if you listen early on, it was a lot about Mike's personal life. And then at the end, not too much, but he was still very funny.
Yeah. Tom, I don't think it's any coincidence that a few months after Blind Mike stepped away from the show, Kirk's kind of had enough. Like, are
you kidding me?
Interesting.
No.
You still are hanging on to Kirk said this is enough because Blind Mike's not here.
I think it's part of the reason. It's part of the reason.
You're insane. Okay. You're in a white room that I think might be padded because you're insane. That is so what a crazy thing.
Mike was a good locker room guy. He was a good glue guy.
Okay. And the show doesn't work without Mike?
Well, I think when your options are Wretched Rentals guy, Cliff.
That's not what I said. You two are fucking insane. Yeah,
I'm not insane.
Yes,
I think
you are.
When you had
to
Mike
say that the show only worked because of Mike.
I didn't say it only worked because of Mike.
Statement. But you just said.
But I think Kirk would have had to work a lot harder with other people.
Oh Correct. My god! Oh my god! You guys, okay,
Tom knows you do a show every night. Mm-hmm. Like if Alice is in a bad mood that night, or not talkative, or doesn't show up, you know what it's like. You have to carry somebody.
Absolutely.
Tom's married to Alice.
Yes,
Kirk is not married to Mike. Mike was not in every day. That is wild.
No,
absolutely wild.
No, and I would have a hit show by Blind Mike there.
All right, you guys are bad from the Summit bus tour. Bad.
Oh, what?
Bad. What? Well, unless
all right, next question. Uncle Curmudgeon, how do you make the perfect mudslide? Now, I don't know the context of this. I do. I think I remember. Do you guys know? Because I used to be a barman. I used to put.
Oh, really?
Kahlua. Is there milk? There's nothing harder than.
Why don't we let the bartender tell us?
Yeah, I would put a shot of vodka, shot of Kahlua, shot of Bailey's, chocolate powder, ice, little bit of milk, shake it up, and then if you really put a bit of whipped cream on top, if you really want to. And then you can make it really strong. You can put 2 vodka, 2 Kahlua, 2 Bailey's.
So Mena's, don't they make what is it? The crushed ice, right? Isn't there a crushed ice version?
Yeah,
blend it.
Which one? Rocks or crushed ice?
I like anything icy. I like to shake it up with the ice. So
you like shaking it up.
Is there any more to that? Because that's a chick drink. That's a drink if there's a bunch of you and you're trying to loosen everybody up, that women will drink and swill.
And myself.
Here we go.
Here we go. I love that question. That is my hands down favorite summertime drink. All I drink is beer and wine. In the summer, we go to Lake Winnipesaukee, and the lake view.
Is that the one from The Office?
I don't think so.
Is it? I don't think that's the one. Putin swam in Lake Winnipesaukee.
And there was a bar we went to. It was kind of a dive, and it said best mudslides around. Asked for one. She's like, we're not making one. By the end of the night, she made us one. I got to say, it was the best I've ever had. You got to put a little chocolate syrup on the cup.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I get a sweet.
Thank you, Uncle.
Love that drink.
Thank you, Uncle Curmudgeon. Mama Kay, what's Tim's prize item for the KMS Museum, and which is he going to obsess over now? And what is he going to obsess over now?
Prize item is hands down the desk. The easy one's a desk. It weighs a ton. And I have a million other things to obsess over. So
well, the sock has the most DNA.
What's that?
The sock has the most DNA.
So you would think. So you would think.
Oh.
People have to sleep. Pillowcases get
Billboard
dirty.
Charco. Billboard Charco. Let's settle this once and for all. Is Tim in Canton a Jackie or an Artie guy?
Oh. I got to say, it was always a Jackie guy because I'm a like baseball. I'm a what do they call that? Traditionalist. But I gotta say, the more I listen to the replays of the show, I think I'm an Artie guy. Never thought I would be. I know Kirk is. Never thought it, but I listen to Stern all the time still. Yeah, I think I'll go Artie at this point. No, I'll probably go back to Jackie.
Yeah. Do you
know what we're talking about?
What little Stern. I knew, I'm not really a big Stern guy, but I never heard Artie. I liked Jackie in the movie, and I liked him when I listened to him occasionally. I was not a huge Stern guy. I appreciated it was there. But.
Awesome. Well, great questions. Mikey Grabbags also asked a question about which 3 Minifans we dislike, but we've been there. So
I don't really have any I dislike. Can I mention something not about like a dislike? Menace, I'm going to say it on your show. I have met the Trump caller.
Wow.
No.
Yes, I have. I have also met Greg Pola, who was very gracious and
I have met Greg Pola too.
Yep. I forget what the date was that Greg has to meet his weight loss. I will announce at that time whether or not they are one and the same. But I have absolutely met both or the same person. 100%.
Can I ask, has the Trump caller been involved in the show in other ways that we don't know?
Nope.
Just
except for calls? No.
Holy frig. He's so good.
The Trump caller.
Trump caller.
As Trump. Caller as Trump.
Yeah.
Caller Trump. Yeah.
Yes. I can say this. It is not Indy Mayo.
No.
Well, we all knew that.
I will say I could see people thinking that. I really could. But Mayo wouldn't have the jokes that the Trump/Greg/Trump caller would have at the ready. It's not Mayo.
Is Billboard
definitely
guy Boston Radio Watch?
I don't know.
To me,
no, definitely not. Definitely.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I hear it.
Oh, interesting.
I mean,
let's not spoil any callers.
They're tied into the ratings.
They will come back.
Inside info. Yeah, I like that account. Yeah.
I've got a few things I want to talk about. Either of you can go if you want, but so Kirk made a few hints about Justin before. Justin hasn't tweeted since December 4. I don't know what he's doing, but I do wonder how much time Justin has left working with Kirk Minahan. I mean,
my only comment is I have a Lego. Tom, what would you call it? Like a Lego
fetish.
Setup? What's that?
I said fetish, but I wasn't sure.
That too, he does.
I have some.
But he's not talking about that now.
I have a Lego. So I was planning to go into the studio in December, and I had a bunch of bitsy stuff to bring in.
Yep.
They'll now be part of the museum and have a Lego.
I wish that had happened. Tim.
I don't think so. It was going to be Menace. It was going to be all bits, top to bottom.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
But I do have a Lego set of Justin. That's Justin centric. That will be on display at the museum.
Oh wow!
That's when I knew I was psychotic. sitting in my attic, picking out my kids' old Legos and putting together a Justin themed Lego set. I'll let you guys wonder what it might be, but I can tell you it's very KMS appropriate. And as far as what's he doing now, I have no idea, Menace. No, I'm assuming the case or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he'll be moving on to Grill on the Hill or something. Yeah. What's he going to do? He can't do anything.
I got to get going. It's 9:30.
Thanks.
I got to get up
Thanks,
early.
Tim.
All right, boys. Good to see you. Thank you.
Tim,
bye.
Great. Thanks for jumping on.
Ciao.
Tom, we'll bring this thing home. Anything else you want to talk about? I mean, just the network is flying. Quantum Kirk did an episode last night where they reviewed the episode where they interviewed Robert Eiler and Jamie Lee. And so that was a great episode. So go and watch Quantum Kirk on the network. Billboard Chart Guys show is going. Mama Kay and Billboard Chart Guys show is going. Hot Wieners is going on. Josh and James are doing lots of live watch along. So the network is flying at the moment.
Leave the Aussie Minifan show aside. I love the.
We're going to do that. Yeah, we need to. We haven't done our post KMS episode yet. So Jamie is really pissed off. He was like, "Fuck Kirk for ending the show. I can't believe he's chosen to do that other shit over KMS. Fuck this. I'm not doing any more Aussie Minifan shows."
Oh shit! Wow, you hurt him that much, huh? Oh damn. Yeah. That sucks, but I mean, obviously, I don't know I don't think you can really give him crap for that. That's tough. I mean, Kirk did it for a long time, a lot of years, a lot of hours. I don't understand. I have not had that kind of success that like Kirk has. So I don't understand leaving that, especially when there's this growing huge legion that's out there. But he had to go, and he seemed, at least when he said, he seemed very, very serious about it. But I wouldn't be mad at him for it. But unless you're mad at him for it. I mean, he did say he'd be doing it longer.
Yes, absolutely. It just doesn't sound like a thought out thing for me. Like, you made a really good point. It just seems to me like he's had a lot of different thoughts about it. And it just doesn't seem like anything particularly well thought out. Like, he just felt like he needed to stop then, but I think he could feel like he needs to start again at any point. And if he did 1 2.5 hour show a week, I still think that would be fantastic. And, think of the anticipation, like, you haven't heard from him for a week. There's things you want to hear him talk about. You also would then sift out all the bad topics because it's one show. So you only need, half a dozen really good things and you're off to the races. You don't need that 4 times a week.
I agree with that. I agree. It's one show. And also but they also have not made it as easy. Now it's just throwing, okay, what do you got? What do you got? At the beginning, remember, there was a lot more cuts from other radio stations, from other podcasts. Yep. There was a lot of elements in there in the beginning, and that stuff just kind of just fell aside and, counted on the new third chair being interesting enough to fill time. And it is interesting, but it's Kirk having to do that work, having to fill all that air that usually would be filled with cuts and things. Yep. So, like, he doesn't get much breathing time in there. He's like doing it like holding a plank the whole time. But I think he'll be back too. I think also, like, had John Lennon survived, they would have been back too. There's like no way they wouldn't have, and actually Kirk is 10 years older than Lennon was when he died. And although he's still got kids in school, I mean, that's got to be a big part of it. I assume he's got a daughter in college and his son's in school. So maybe that's, I don't know his life. I don't know it all, but I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back. I think it's also, it's an asset he has. It's a living, breathing thing that can be cultivated and preserved, and can become like an institution that he might do something with someday or pass it along someday. It's like, it doesn't make any sense not to just keep it alive or sustain it.
Yeah. Last question before I let you go. When I sort of look at the sort of blame pie for why KMS ended, obviously Kirk gets a lot of it because it's his show. But then, I do look at, okay, Mike drifting away didn't help. And then, I sort of look at the producers and, like, they objectively, they have to take some of the blame because he came in and said, basically, these guys aren't exciting me anymore. I don't want to work with them. So, as someone who sort of knows a bit about production, you sort of have to admit, and you mentioned the cuts, Justin and Cullinane, they kind of did mail it in for a while, and Kirk can only drag them along for so long.
Yeah, although I do think also he's nearly impossible to work for long term. I think that probably every producer for him you need 6 months for him to trust you, and then another year where you can work together and have a synergy. So it's tough with the producers. But I don't know, where did it go south with emphasis on Barstool? I mean, to me, I don't know. I think I'm biased, but I'm not a Barstool guy. I like Portnoy. I respect him. I love the business. I think they're doing great. I don't give a shit about fucking mini golf or Barstool Big Brother or Barstool the trivia. I don't watch any of it. I don't care. And it used to be Kirk's thing here that was all the KMS world and the KMS emphasis.
Yep.
Into the other stuff, like I don't care what, like, I don't know these names. I know that I'm fucking 30 years older than the average Barstool guy, but I don't care about these guys with funny names who none of them are as edgy as him. None of them are as smart as him. So, like, why are we talking about them? It doesn't matter if Fez is mad at Kirk or wants somebody to shut the hell up, or Riggs is opinion. Like, there are guys like Whitney's obviously a brilliant guy, in his own way, and he's interesting, but they're so much less interesting than him. But he's being a good company guy by servicing these shows, and that there's sometimes when he's servicing these shows where, like, he's having more patience with them than he ever would with some other people, and he's doing it just to be like a team guy, which is admirable. But it sucks when you've seen the pure, uncut, harsh, fantastic, and brilliant KMS world before that.
It's true. All right, Tom. Well, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate you jumping on. So, where can the listeners hear more of you? Burn Barrel Podcast.
Tom Shattuck's Burn Barrel. All the stuff is over there. Just go to burnbarrelpodcast.com and you can find us up there.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to thank you. That was Tom Shattuck, everybody. So I'm going to bring this home by myself just quickly. What an episode. Tim in Canton, Chris Klemmer, Tom Shattuck covered a lot of areas, almost 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes. Just a couple of things before we wrap up. As I said, the network's humming, so go and check out all the episodes. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast feed. It was strange there's been no unnamed show the last 2 weeks, so just wonder what all that is about. They can't be that busy that they're not doing the show. Kirk went on and said he's going to get stuck into Bree, so he's get it stuck into Whitney. Maybe Portnoy just thought, I can't be fucking bothered with getting clipped and all the shit, so they just pulled the plug on it. But that's kind of crazy. So, unfortunately, Kirk's gone away with KMS. We've got no one named. Maybe Kirk's just having like a break, a creative break. I mean, he did Project Big Screen from the car. So, look, it is tough at the moment for Minifans. There's no Kirky content out there. But, the network's humming. I'm going to be back with Amenas Live and with lots of big announcements. But, I really think it's incumbent on us. I just want to keep the show going. I just want to keep the Minifans and the content going for as long as possible. I do take into account maybe it does fade out. Maybe people do drift off and it's me just talking to 8 people or something on a stream. But I still think people want to engage with KMS, want to engage with the content, even if it's just the hardcore Minifans. But it's tough. I miss the show, miss Kirk. But yeah, anyway, great episode of Minifandom. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.